To another California guy video with your boy California Guard. What's up, everybody, and welcome to this all new video. This video is entitled Social Media, White Social Media and Liberals versus Pro Blacks, whatever you want to call it. But I'm going to title it up after this video. So it's just from the top of my head what I'm about to talk about. Now, this video is about really Tariq Nasheed going against Me Too on Twitter and Roland Martin and Kamala Harris. Now, as of late, I did a video already about Kamala Harris, but I'm not going to get too much into the Kamala Harris stuff in this particular video. But Tariq Nasheed apparently is beefing with multiple, multiple people. He's been put in USA Today, his name. He's been put in a negative light, by the way. He's been on Roland Martin's show, featured up. Roland Martin is taking shots. And I'm here to kind of break down the stuff with Tariq Nasheed. Now, it's funny to me that you have a host of African Americans targeting Tariq Nasheed. Now, I disagree with some things Tariq says, but because Tariq doesn't like Kamala Harris, and because Tariq doesn't support Democrats, it's been an attack of boule liberal blacks and whites. A lot of LGBT people have attacked Tariq. A lot of white liberals such as Howard Dean and different people, Roland Martin. Now, I'm going to break down why they're attacking Tariq Nasheed. Tariq Nasheed has said for the last 2 to 3 years, ever since Trump, about voting. Now, I disagree with Tariq Nasheed about the voting part, but okay, let's just say that Tariq is not totally wrong either. At the same time, I will be the first to admit he's not 100. He's not 100% wrong. I'm a Democrat myself, and I voted Democrats for a lot of years, and I'm African American. And we as black people have never really forced the Democrats to give us anything. We never forced them to pursue an agenda, a black agenda. We've blindly voted for Democrats. This has been for the last 40 to 50 years, ever since the end of civil rights. So we vote for these Democrats, and we have movie stars and we have activists that would say we need to vote for X, Y, and Z, this particular party. Not that I'm saying blacks should vote for conservatives, by no means in this video. Never vote for conservatives because you're just voting for worse. But here's the problem with Democrats and Republicans. And I'm only speaking as an African American because I'm African American first before I am a Democrat. One of the things that African Americans have to understand when they want to join both parties is what are you getting out the deal? What are the Democrats doing and the Republicans are doing? Now you have two sides. You have black Republicans and black liberals. And on both ends, they don't tell you why blacks really should vote, but just to vote. On the Republican side, the blacks are saying, well, you need to give Republicans a chance. What have the Democrats done for you? But then you hear the Republican Party is not even offering nothing for blacks. So you go from one corporate entity to another corporate entity. So they say, well, get off the plantation. So you're leaving one plantation to another bigger plantation, is what they're telling you. So Tariq Nasheed is saying in his videos that, hey, black people, hey, he's not going to vote. Now, he says it in his own way. But he says don't vote. Why should he vote? Because, you still got a lot of shit going on in the black community and the politicians are not addressing it. So Tariq has been saying that for the last couple of years. Now, recently, Roland Martin has attacked Tariq Nasheed and said that, Dusty Negroes, he's called pro-blacks and Hotep's names, and he's name-called them because of the election from last year. So he's been downplaying this no-vote thing that pro-blacks and Hoteps and Tariq Nasheed have said. But again, they're not totally wrong either at the same time. Black nationalists, they're not wrong because when you hear black Democrats talk, and I'm going to say this in the Congressional Black Caucus, they tell you stuff that's really dumb. Like they'll say, well, what issues? Or we need to fight for X, Y, and Z. But it's always vague terms. Or they'll say stuff like, oh, we got to fight for all Americans. Well, there is a black agenda. African Americans in this country is the most endangered ethnic group in the United States. This is just fact. They should probably put blacks in a protective class because African Americans are prone to racism, blatant racism. Blacks are prone to police brutality. Blacks are prone to discrimination. I'm sorry. Blacks are prone to many different things within the United States right now. This is not a slavery thing or a Jim Crow thing. Blacks are prone to this stuff now. So, with blacks being prone to these different issues, we should talk about these issues and force the white and black politicians to address it. Instead, you've had black reporters, black rich people, black Boule, NAACP, and many groups say, hey, we should not say nothing about this. So we blindly vote for people that we really don't even know about, or we vote for them because it's a cool thing. So it was like that with the Kamala Harris thing with Tariq Nasheed. He was like, hey, why vote for Kamala Harris? Now, a lot of black people, I'm from the Bay Area, and I said this before in my last video. I'm from California, Northern California, all my life. I'm born in Oakland. I was raised in Oakland and San Francisco. So I know all about Kamala Harris. And in the future, I would do more videos on Kamala Harris, but Kamala is not the right candidate to be the presidential nominee. And I know this from my own knowing about Kamala Harris. I remember Kamala Harris became the DA of San Francisco. So, a biracial woman, blacks start to flock to biracial women. And you got different black people trying to defend her, saying, well, it's a color thing. It's not a color thing. Because if Kamala Harris was dark, a lot of black people wouldn't even go for her. But because she's biracial, long hair, she was pretty at one time, a lot of people go for her, but they don't know her history. I know her history because, again, I'm from the Bay Area. I know the Bay Area media markets. A lot of you Negroes could go on internet if you want, and you guys could try to check out stuff. But I have firsthand accounts of Kamala Harris because, again, I lived in the Bay Area. But that's neither here nor there. We're going to get to that video another time. But the attacks against African American community from people like Roland Martin, people like the lawyers, different black attorneys, and different activists defending Kamala Harris is very disgusting to attack the black community because you want blacks to vote for Democrats straight through without just with a blank check. Congressional Black Caucus have been in the House right now. Democrats took the House late last year, but again, African Americans in the House have did nothing. They've done nothing. They've tried to push nothing. They fought for immigration. They fought for walls. They have not put no legislation down. They're kissing Alexandra Acosta's ass, the Puerto Rican female who won in New York. Yeah, she has good points, but she's not pushing a black agenda. She doesn't advocate for African Americans within the United States of America, and that should be the most important thing. Black people shouldn't vote for a Republican or a Democrat unless they understand their agenda and they force them to pursue an agenda. And I've broke down many black agendas on previous videos that I've had over a couple of years, so I don't think I need to go through that. But for black people to say that, oh, Tariq is really wrong about a black agenda, they don't know what they're talking about. Tariq has a point when it comes to that. He is not wrong. You have the Me Too movement. You have Terry Crews. You have various media trying to shut Tariq out, just like they did Umar Johnson early last year. Early last year, they got rid of Umar. They basically brainwashed black people into thinking that Umar was this con artist. They brainwashed the people to thinking that Umar was this cheater. So the gay community and various shea butter black women and gay black men won the battle against Umar Johnson. So now they're moving to Tariq Nasheed. They already got rid of Boyce Walkins. So, black people need to think about this stuff before they start following it. Do a lot of research. Don't let Negroes tell you what to do. Don't let me tell you what to do. Go do research. You don't believe it. If you like Kamala Harris, you like her. I'm not telling people not to vote for Kamala Harris. I'm saying for me, I will give you the facts about Kamala Harris, but you make a decision on your own. But I think people are picking on Tariq Nasheed right now. I think Tariq is getting targeted because Keys has a voice and they're trying to censor him because they know these elections are going to be close, and so they want certain people to win and blacks to be blind puppets. Like and share this video, people. I'm going to continue on if I see more information, and I'm going to touch on some other things in the future. So keep watching my videos, and I'm gonna keep talking about different topics. Peace out.